Hello and welcome back to the Blazers Talk Ball podcast. Today we will be continuing our series talking about each NFL team and how they're stacking up at the midway point in the season to see if they're living up to or falling below expectations. Today we'll be talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Dallas Cowboys currently sit 3-5-1 at the midseason point going into their bye week. This was a team at the beginning of the season that had a lot of questions. Last season didn't go as well as they had planned when the quarterback Dak Prescott got hurt, and then it really fell into jeopardy in late August, early September, right before the season when they traded star edge rusher Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers in return for 2 first-round picks and star defensive tackle Kenny Clark. Now, when we look at this Cowboys team, let's look at the good. The offense is amazing. The offense is ranked number 4 in the NFL in points scored with over 29 points per game, 378 yards per game. They're top 10 in third down conversions at number 7. The only knock on the offense is their red zone scoring. When they get inside the 20, it is very inconsistent whether they're going to score or not, and that's been the difference in some games. Just the other night against the Arizona Cardinals, they had some opportunities in the red zone and in Cardinal territory to get points and either go up on them or put them away, and they just couldn't do it. Um, Quarterback Dak Prescott this year has played phenomenal. He has an 87.8 PFF grade, which is fifth in the league among quarterbacks. He's playing like an MVP candidate, and it's good to finally see he's getting his flowers that he deserves. He's playing, like I said, like an MVP caliber quarterback, throwing 2,300 yards, having 18 total touchdowns with 17 through the air, 1 on the ground, only 6 interceptions. It's a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio with 100 QBR quarterback rating. The whole offense in general is just really, really solid. If we look at running back, Javonte Williams was just supposed to be a 1 year, um, free agency test out. He's ranked 12th in the league among 52 running backs. He's fourth in the league in rushing yards with 716. He has 8 touchdowns on the ground. This says he only has 1 fumble. What he does have 2. He fumbled again against the Arizona Cardinals last night or the other night, and it was costly. They were in field goal range and they could have had a score. Other than that, Javonte has looked like the power back that we saw at his days in college at North Carolina and what the Broncos were expecting to get before his knee injury. But the Cowboys seemingly have gotten the best version of him to this day. Now, you saw with all of Dak Prescott's yards and touchdowns, that comes from a lot of the wide receivers. And wide receiver George Pickens has been a phenomenal upgrade at the wide receiver position. His long body at 6'3", 200 pounds gives Dak Prescott a nice red zone target and really just down the field target, which they were missing opposite of CeeDee Lamb. Among 128 receivers, he is number 12 with an 82 offensive grade. It's very, very good this season. He is top 5 in the NFL in receiving yards and with 764 and 6 touchdowns. Already has a better season than what he had in Pittsburgh last year. When you look at star receiver CeeDee Lamb stats, they look a bit diminished, but that's because he was hurt for a solid 3 or 4 games and he's just gotten back. Still figuring out that chemistry with George Pickens full time, but he has been playing up to standard when he's been in. He only has a 75 grade, but it's only because he's been hurt. Jake Ferguson was given a contract extension right before the season, and he's been worth every penny for the most part. 56 catches, which leads the team, and he's a tight end, 384 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He's been a nice red zone target for Dak. A little check down. Quarterbacks love their tight ends underneath, and Dak is no exception. Now, outside of that, on the receiving core, Cavante Turpin was supposed to take over that wide receiver 3 slot, but again, he's been hurt, and he's mainly still just specialized as a kick return specialist. There's a couple games where CeeDee Lamb was hurt. Ryan Flanoy has been a really, really pleasant surprise. Again, a 74 grade. I'll say this is a second-year undrafted player, Southeast Missouri State. Over the past couple of seasons in the preseason, he's been very, very solid. And now that we've seen in games this season, he has looked very, very well. And one of the things that has made this offense not up to their full standard, as I've said before, is the receivers, not just at the receiving core, but on the offensive line. Tyler Booker, the rookie right guard out of Alabama, he's playing very, very solid, but he's missed time. Cooper Beebe at center. His grade is really low, but he just came back after being placed on IR and missing 5 to 6 games. Tyler Smith, our all pro level left guard. You see that? His grade's low. He's also been hurt. That's the only one that hasn't missed time on the offensive line is right tackle Terrence Steele. But you look at the grades here, Tyler Guyton, he's in his second year. He's still getting better. A 54 is not cutting it. Terrence Steele, who signed a big contract extension a couple years ago worth 90 plus $1 million, 64 is not getting it done. Tyler Smith, who plays at an all pro level, even though he's been hurt, at 64 is not getting it done. Cooper Beebe, 61, not getting it done. Tyler Booker is playing really, really well for a rookie. This is what the Cowboys wanted out of him. But as a team, this is just not the offensive line. Because when you think of the Dallas Cowboys, you think of Ezekiel Elliott, DeMarco Murray running behind those big offensive lines and just opening up holes for them. And the offensive line's been good on the run aspect of it. But then you look at the pass game, and Dak does not have the time to throw in which you expect him to. You've seen that the past couple games. The Broncos gave Dak a lot of trouble in the pass rush game. Both of his interceptions were due to him being pressured and having to get rid of the ball before he wanted to. And this is, again, it's a young offensive line. It's a talented offensive line. But Guyton is just not developing the way they want to. And Terrence Steele, for having signed that big contract extension, the past couple of seasons, has been very, very, very underwhelming. The interior is definitely the strong suit, so that's where the multitude of rush plays go, and it fits Javonte Williams as well. One thing I will like to state, in which what limits the Dallas Cowboys offense is the lack of passing game at the running back position. You look at Javonte; he has 25 catches for 93 yards. It's not even 4 yards a catch. He has one touchdown. As Cowboy fans, we were really hoping to get something out of Jaden Blue, the rookie speedster out of Texas. He looks lost and confused when he's in the game. Um, so right now it's Javonte or bust at the running back position. There's been no steady backup outside of him. Miles Sanders got hurt. He was actually playing decently before he got hurt in week 3. And he's been placed on IR and probably out for the year. So they need another running back to help back that up. But other than that, the Cowboys offense has been very, very solid. This is a specialist, so he's not going to go um, and put up any yards or touchdowns or anything. But Brandon Aubrey, in my opinion, is the best kicker in the NFL. He's made 17 kicks. We all know about his big leg and how he can kick 50, 60 yarders. They just let him try to tie the NFL record at 68, and he just pushed it to the left. It would have been good distance-wise, and he's only missed one extra point. He's been the most reliable part of the team all year, and it's kind of sad that your kicker is the most reliable part of your team. Going back to the offense, I talk a lot about the running game and how the offensive line is good on the inside, but here's the problem. That with how bad Dallas's defense plays, the offense cannot run the ball to their full playbook. They can't get all the run plays in, mix in all the different looks and motions to open up the run game because at the end of the day, the defense gives up a lot of points and they got to score fast and they have to let Dak play hero ball throughout the game. I mean, Dak's completing 70% of his passes, 7.2 yards a pass. He's throwing the ball the second most in the league. He's getting sacked, not at an incredible rate, but throwing the ball more than anybody, a lot of teams in the league. Not rushing the ball as well. 4.8 yards per rush is fine, but we're only rushing it 25 times a game. Only a 39% time percentage of running the football. It's just not what you want to see. And then again, penalties. For as long as I can remember, this team has been horrible and discipline wise when it comes to penalties. I mean, you look at this, 8 penalties a game, 30th in the league. Penalty yards per game, they're 67, 29th in the league. It's just not optimal to win football games. Now, if we go to the defense, this has been where Cowboys fans and even Cowboys coaches probably have gotten aneurysms because this defense is bad. This defense is really, really bad on all aspects. You trade away a phenomenal pass rusher like Micah Parsons to the Packers. They give him a $200 million contract because he's one of the most special, if not most gifted athletes, not just defensive players, but athletes in football. And your owner's reasoning for that is, because we need to stop the run. Well, guess what, Jerry? We haven't really stopped the run as well. Kenny Clark, who is an all-pro type player we got from Green Bay, he's ranked 51st, 62 grade. He's playing average, which is not what we needed out of him. The rookie Donovan Ezraku out of Boston College, these last couple of games has shown some life. An 80 pass rush grade, 21st in the league. He's shown flashes. We just got to keep him on the field more. He's got to develop. Quentin Williams has not played it down for the Dallas Cowboys yet, but was just acquired in a trade yesterday. This is a big move. This is a big move for Dallas. Hopefully, to try and set some edge and be stronger, more physical on that defensive line, which is what they need to try and get the season in the correct shape. They signed Jadeveon Clowney weeks ago. After week 2, we signed him. He's 33 years old at edge rusher. This isn't a long time move. This is just a move to make it through the season until we can permanently upgrade. And he hasn't played bad. If you want to look at other guys on this defense that have played, let's go to defense, D line, edge rusher. I mean, Sam Williams has been a big disappointment. He showed flashes um, before his injuries, and even after his injuries, I thought, he's got the size, he's got the speed to be like Micah Parsons. As you can see, he's the second worst pass rusher in all of football. That's not good. Peyton Turner, I forgot we even traded for him because he hasn't played. Marshawn Nealand, I mean, 101 out of 119. That's not good. Dante Fowler Jr., who just got hurt last night. It says he has a good grade. Maybe I'm just not seeing it on the field. The numbers, the stats aren't there, so maybe his just production isn't good, but he's playing well in the scheme and doing his job, which doesn't always involve tackling. Um, but arguably our best pass rusher has been James Houston, who has been on practice squads his entire career. He hasn't been good enough to make the roster, and he leads the team in sacks this year. So when you have a guy who has not been implemented and dominated in a lot of schemes, and he's your number one sack leader this year, he has a grade of 65.6, which isn't horrible. But when you have a guy like that who has been on practice squads and hasn't made a name for himself, and he's your best pass rusher, that's an issue. Then you go to the interior defensive line because you get Kenny Clark, you sign Osa Odigizua, a fan favorite, to a large contract extension, and Osa has played below his standard. Solomon Thomas, when he's on the field, is really good in my opinion, but they only put him in very few times. So I think Solomon Thomas needs more playing time, and then no one else on the defensive line, on the interior of the defensive line, really plays a whole lot. It's just not a good group up front. They have Maris Leofau as a 46.5. You usually see Leofau as an inside linebacker, and we're just getting to them. The inside linebackers are bad. There's no way around it or other way to put it, though, if inside linebackers are bad. The group led by Maris Leofau, led by Kenneth Murray Jr., Jack Sanborn, and Shamar James, are just bad. Kenneth Murray is 78th of 82. He has a grade of 40. He can't cover in the pass game. He's lost and soft in the ground game. He's just not getting off of blocks. He's not making tackles. It's bad. Jack Sanborn, I had high hopes for him. He was a player under our defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, when he was in Chicago. And you saw some talent there in Chicago this year. He hasn't been good. His pass coverage is horrible. He's better in the run game. That's all I can say about that. Shamar James was a 7th-round rookie, taken from Florida. He has not been good. Or 5th round, my bad. But he has not been good. His specialty is like fitting the gaps and run and pass rushing during blitzes. He's not a pass coverage guy. And they say his strength is blitzing. We don't send a lot of blitzes. Our schemes aren't good. This whole defense is just not good. Not good. They traded for linebacker Logan Wilson out of Cincinnati. This is a really talented player. I really liked him in the draft a couple years ago when he was coming out of Wyoming. I really wanted him then. He's been a staple, a very solid piece for that Cincinnati defense over the past couple of years. But right now, they just didn't see much value in him. We got him. So hopefully this is a move that can shore up the inside of the defense while Sanborn and Kenneth Murray Jr. get healthy. Another guy I want to talk about, Damone Clark. He's had flashes in the past, and he's bad this year. So I don't know what to explain there. Then you go to the DBs. Now, the DBs are really upsetting. The DBs are really, really upsetting because you have guys, big names like Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland. Diggs can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy. He's out again with a serious injury. It's a mix of concussion and something else. He's been placed on IR, but he has a 58.7 grade, 60th. He's not playing up to his all-pro potential. Deron Bland signed a big contract extension. He's middle of the league, 62 grade. He's playing far below. We traded for Kyer Elam in the offseason from the Buffalo Bills. There's a reason the Bills wanted him gone. He's not good in man coverage or zone. He has too many flags. His grade is 60. He's ranked 56th. Um, there is some upside on the defense with Kalen Carson. He just got back from injury, so I'm hoping to see a little more out of Kalen. Um, or Josh Butler. He's been hurt for a minute. He had a really good couple of games last year. I'm really excited to see him out on the field. And then the big piece that I think can help shore up this defense is the rookie Siobhan Revel out of East Carolina. He is 6'3", 200 pounds at cornerback. This is a guy the size of George Pickens at receiver playing DB. He's long, he's fast, he's got a lot of talent coming off of a big knee injury, so we'll see if that has any uh, factor in his game. I hope not. I hope he comes in and is a plug and play guy that can help shore up this defense. If you look at the stats, team stats, defensive wise, they're not good. As I've talked about, second to worst in points given up, second to worst in yards given up. We have the worst defense when it comes to third down conversions. You look at the red zone defense, and you're like, oh, okay, good. It's ranked 28. Hate to break it to you, teams don't get down on the defense against us. It's all big play touchdowns. Guys are wide open every play, and they're scoring from 50, 60 yards out. Um, we're okay against the run. We started off the season pretty solid in the past couple of weeks. We've let some lanes open up in the run game, so that skews the stats a little. The passing game is not good. I'll say opponents complete 68% on the Cowboys. 8.2 yards a pass, which is horrible. Um, there's no turnovers. They're not throwing interceptions to us. We're not getting sacks. Um, if you want to look at the defensive individual statistics, the leading tackler is Kenneth Murray at 63. That's 32 solo, 31 assisted. Our leading sacker, like I said, is James Houston with only 3.5. Kenny Clark at the inside DT has 2.5. Donovan Izaraku with 2. Fowler, Clowney with 2. So we're getting more pressure lately. So I hope that's a good thing. Good things have started to come. If you look at interceptions, we're not getting turnovers. Donovan Wilson has 2. He has looked into both of them. As I say, is Donovan Wilson even on here? Yes, I skipped over the safeties because I'm sorry, they're that bad. Donovan Wilson, 84th out of 90. Malik Hooker, who was good a couple years ago, he's 58th and he's placed on IR, so he's not even playing. Wanye Thomas is usually a guy who plays on special teams. He's been forced into playing a lot of downs. He's has a 60 rating. Marquise Bell, not good, 42.3. The safeties aren't good in coverage. They get lost in zone. They can't keep up with guys in man coverage, and they're too soft and not physical to play the run. So that's where they stand. Again, Donovan Wilson, both those interceptions have just flopped to him or been thrown right to him. Deron Bland has a pick. It was a pick six, and then Ty Crease Bridges, a guy who has played 9 games because of how injured our defense is. He has an interception. Overall, this is a team that they know what they are. They have a good offense and a bad defense. The offense will score 30 a game, the defense will give up 30 a game. So they know what kind of games they're in for. I don't see much changing. I do like the trades they made to get Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson to help shore up that front seven. But then again, the back end, an injured and depleted secondary does not bode well. Yes, you get Siobhan Revel back from injury. You get um, DeMarvion Overshown, Agent Zero, they call him, back from injury soon. He was playing at an all-pro level last year for the Cowboys before he got hurt. Now, it was a major knee injury, so we don't know how good he's going to play again. But, I mean, you get Agent Zero returning, you get Siobhan Revel coming back, and the 2 trades they made to the defense, and you can only hope that the season goes up from here. Their season doesn't get any easier, playing games against the Lions, Chiefs, Eagles again. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the Cowboys, but you just hope the scheme changes. The team realizes, hey, we're in a do or die situation. And I do think they have the talent on the offense, at least, to make it to the playoffs. It just depends on if the defense decides to play even mediocre, decent, for them to be a playoff team. So that's all I have for the Dallas Cowboys today. Thank you and goodbye.